Welcome to Real Relationship Advice, your no-fluff guide to understanding people, including yourself. If you've ever felt like you're stuck in a loop, constantly attracting partners who just can't seem to connect on a deeper level, then this episode is for you. Today, we're dissecting the often painful question: why do you keep attracting emotionally unavailable people? It's a frustrating and heartbreaking pattern, but it's not random. There's a hidden psychology at play, and understanding it is the first step to breaking free. We're going to explore what emotional unavailability truly looks like, why it's so magnetic, and most importantly, how to shift your own patterns to attract the deep, fulfilling connection you deserve. First, let's define what we mean by emotionally unavailable. It's not just someone who's quiet or reserved. It's a consistent, often unconscious, pattern of avoiding deep emotional intimacy. This can manifest as a fear of commitment, a reluctance to discuss feelings, an inability to share vulnerabilities, or a tendency to create distance when things get too serious. They might be charming, intelligent, even physically present, but emotionally, they're behind a wall. They might offer breadcrumbs of affection, just enough to keep you hooked, but never enough for a truly nourishing meal. So, why are we drawn to this? The irony is, sometimes we are also unconsciously unavailable in our own way. We might mistake the chase for passion or the challenge for true love. Our brains are wired for patterns, and if our early experiences taught us that love meant working hard for inconsistent affection, or that closeness always leads to pain, we might subconsciously seek out relationships that mirror those familiar, albeit unhealthy, dynamics. This is where attachment theory comes into play. If you have an anxious attachment style, for example, the push-pull of an emotionally unavailable partner can feel intensely familiar, even if it's painful. Emotionally unavailable people often leave clues, but we're too often blinded by hope or our own desire for connection. Look for these red flags. They struggle to define the relationship. They avoid serious conversations. They're quick to blame or deflect. Their past relationships are a graveyard of short-term flings or dramatic exits. They might disappear for days without explanation. Or they might flood you with attention initially, only to pull away dramatically once you start to reciprocate. These aren't just quirks. They are consistent signals of their emotional capacity. Now for the uncomfortable truth, sometimes we contribute to the cycle. This isn't about blame, but about empowerment. Are you consistently choosing potential over presence? Are you rationalizing their behavior, making excuses for their distance? Are you overgiving, believing that if you just love them enough, they'll eventually open up? This is often a manifestation of low self-worth, where we believe we have to earn love rather than simply being worthy of it. We become so focused on fixing them that we ignore our own needs and the truth staring us in the face. Breaking this cycle requires radical self-honesty and a commitment to your own healing. Step 1. Identify your own patterns. Look at your past relationships. What were the common threads? What role did you play? Where might you have compromised your own needs? This isn't about shame, but about recognizing the blueprint you've been unconsciously following. Step 2. Grieve the potential. You need to let go of the fantasy of who they could be and accept who they are. This can be incredibly painful, like mourning a future that never existed. Allow yourself to feel that loss, so you can move past it. Step 3. Define your non-negotiables. What are your absolute requirements for a healthy, fulfilling relationship? Write them down. Be specific about emotional availability, communication, and commitment. And then, here's the crucial part. Stick to them. If a new person doesn't meet these criteria from the outset, walk away. Your boundaries are your protection. Step 4. Cultivate self-worth. Do the work to build your own inner security. This might involve therapy, journaling, pursuing hobbies, or strengthening healthy friendships. When you know your worth, you stop chasing those who can't see it. You become the prize, not the pursuer. Attracting emotionally unavailable people is a common and painful experience, but it is not your destiny. By understanding the patterns, recognizing the red flags, and committing to your own emotional growth, you can shift your narrative. You deserve a relationship where your emotional needs are met, where vulnerability is celebrated, and where you don't have to fight for connection. This has been Real Relationship Advice. If you're ready to heal, grow, and understand the people in your life on a deeper level, you're in the right place. Let us know in the comments. What is one red flag you've learned to spot? And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Real Relationship Advice for more honest, research-backed guidance on building healthier connections.